Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today is August 3rd, and we are finally doing our Twisted Retreat July 2025 unboxing. This showed up yesterday, it showed up August 2nd, so definitely about 2 weeks, maybe a week and a half delayed, but she is here. For those of you guys who do not know, Twisted Retreat is a monthly horror subscription book box. Every single month you will get one, sometimes two exclusive printings of a recently released horror novel, along with some goodies in the self-care and novelty realm, usually around general horror fandoms, usually around like general horror or horror franchise fandoms. And I love this box. I did see recently that somebody commented on one of my videos, my review of Sanctuary, that they are a little disappointed that Twisted Retreat has only had like 1 to 3 star reads. And you know what, it's interesting. I'm going to be trying to read more from my Twisted Retreat books, but I actually don't feel that way. I feel like recently I've actually gotten some really, really good ones. I did get the new Eric LaRocca At Dark I Become Loathsome, which is kind of a more well-known author that they are working with. And I didn't like that book, but I don't know if I necessarily like Eric LaRocca, but I did think that was really cool to put that in there. And then I really did enjoy Hiding Lies by Stephanie Rose. I thought that was amazing. That was a couple boxes ago. And I enjoyed Hush My Darling as well. So I actually disagree with that comment, but I wanted to let you guys know that I saw that comment. I'm keeping that in the back of my mind as I go through these videos and trying to read more to actually give you guys more of a fair assessment of what I believe the ratings of a lot of these books are. So we're going to be diving into this today. If you hear my AC on in the background, it's because it's a gajillion degrees outside, so I apologize for that. But yeah, just know that I might not always respond to your comments, but I do read every single one. And without further ado, let's dive into this box. And I actually do think that's quite a fair comment to say. Like, you don't want to be spending $62 a month on a subscription box if you're not going to like the contents that are inside. So this does retail for $62 every single month. That does include the shipping and handling. So it is a little pricey, but I do think that it evens out and makes sense. Alright, so here is the box. We're going to just pop it over here, and I'm going to go through it. Hide that spoiler card. Okay, so first up we have S&S Dips Garlic Lovers, small batch handcrafted. So this looks like you will make a garlic dip out of it. This is, I guess, their food item. I cannot have garlic. I am literally a real life vampire. I have a severe intolerance to it, so unfortunately this is completely useless to me, but maybe my husband will like it. Already hitting it out of the park with that. And then next up we have Bloodlust Sugar Scrub Soap. We have a little vampy soap here. And this says, it's Blood Orange, Ginger, and Forest. Ooh. Oh wow, that smells really good. It smells kind of like an occult shop, to be perfectly honest, like kind of like an antique shop, but there we are. I do love a sugar scrub. Okay, next up we have this little box here. Okay, so we get Freddy Krueger's head. It's got a little hole right here. I don't know what this is or what this is for. It could be like an incense burner. I don't know. He kind of looks like a chewed up thing of bubblegum, like he should be like a character in Adventure Time, but I'm fairly certain this is Freddy Krueger. So, okay, we have that. Okay, and then we have this. I see some mushrooms and skulls. Okay, this looks like a makeup pouch with some mushrooms and skulls on it. A little spore action. Could also be a pencil case, but I'm going with a makeup pouch for like traveling. Okay, then we have Carmilla Room and Linen Spray, and this is Blood, Cranberry, Cinnamon, and Currant scented. It's very subtle. I don't know if I would use it as like a room spray because I feel like I'm not getting that much, but it is there, so maybe I'd use it more as like a linen spray for my bed. Okay, then we have this. I don't know what it is. It says Vinyl Plastic Repair Kit. To cut a required size depending upon hole, blah, 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 blah. Okay, I don't know what this is. I'm assuming this is some kind of like pool floaty. Maybe it's like a coffin? Oh wait, there's like... Oh yes, I think this is a coffin pool floaty. Which is like very fun for the summer, but very impractical for me. Yeah, this is definitely like a coffin pool floaty. I don't have a pool, and I live in Manhattan, so I don't have like readily available access to a pool either. So I feel like this is definitely a little bit of a misguided item. And I feel like we should have gotten this earlier in the summer. I guess this was for the July box, but like summer's like 6 weeks away from being over, so I don't know. There is that. Okay, so we have 2 books. Before I get to the books, we have a couple other things in here. Oh no, we don't. We just have one other thing, which is another dust jacket for one of our books. So I'm gonna grab that after I open the books. So let's start with this. Okay, so this says The Night Prophet, and this is by Paul F. Olson. Very pretty. Let's take it out of its shrink wrap. Okay, so here is our book. We have this like metal corner moment. It's got a lot of like foiled edging, and it does have the name of the book on the spine as well as on the cover. We have this kind of pretty cathedral style stenciled edging. Ooh, that's pretty and scary. So we have a more cathedral, like Gothic motif in the eye on the inside as well. And then this book is signed. Ta-da. Love that. Let's read the back. Okay, so it says, the year is 1989, and in suburban Chicago, the world... I can't even read this with my glasses on. This is so hard to read and so small. The worldwide religions movement known as Universal Ministries is carefully finding its flock. They come by the thousands, young people looking for happiness, searching for peace, drawn by a message of hope and the opportunity to change the world. They come from far and wide to follow their heroes, Reverend Steve, Reverend Steve, Reverend Bob, and the man they worship most of all, the powerful Reverend Arthur Bach. But Kurt Potter has come to Universal Ministries for another reason. He is on a quest for the truth about his life, about the past, but he could never have imagined what he would find. A place where the shadows come alive at night, a horrific secret at the heart of the church, an unspeakable evil, more terrible than his darkest nightmares. Now, with the odds against him and time running out, Kurt must convince his friends to join him, stand against the darkness, and fight for their lives, their souls, and their very salvation. I hope this is cults. I hope this is like 1980s cults. This is the back of the book. This printing is insanely difficult to read, and everything's in all caps. Like, I don't even know if this is going to show up on the camera. So there's that, but I do quite like this cover. I think it's really cool. Very pretty edition. All right, and now we have our second book. Okay, so our second book. Oh, this is creepy. This is Blood Slaves by Marcus Redmond. Okay, and so we seem to have another printing of this here, so there must be some kind of typo on this or something that didn't pan out right. They've done this once before, where there was like an error on the dust jacket, so they gave us another one. But this is very pretty. So we've got some stenciled edges here. Creepy hand with the name of the book, as well as the author on the cover and the spine. I love when they do that. Some creepy blood drips on the back. We have a house on fire in the moonlight on the inner cover, which is then matched on the back. And then this one is also signed. All right, so let's read what this one's about. Oh, we also have like a creepy heart moment on the inside of the dust jacket. So this says, in the province of Carolina, 1710, freedom seems unattainable for Willie, for his beloved Gertie and their unborn child. They live, suffer, and toil under the brutal master James Big Jim Barrow, whose grand plantation was built by the blood, sweat, and tears of the enslaved. To flee this hell on earth is to be hunted and killed. until one strange night, Willie is offered a dark hope by Rafizi, an enigmatic slave with an irresistible and blood-chilling path to liberation. Hailing from the kingdom of Ghana, Rafizi is the lone survivor of the Remanga, an African vampire tribe rendered nearly extinct by plague. Rafazi has roamed the world for centuries with an undying desire to replenish the power that once defied his heritage. In Willie, Rafizi has found his first buildable object to be turned and to help in a hungry revolt. And Willie desires nothing more than to free his people from malicious bondage, whatever it takes. One by one, as an army of blood slaves thirsting for revenge is gathered, the headstrong Gertie fears that no good can come from the vampire legacy that courses through Rafizi's veins. Willie knows that only evil can fight evil. And when the woman he loves stands between the reemergence of the Remanga and the justified slaughter of the oppressors, Willie must make an irreversible decision. Only one thing is certain. On the Barrow Plantation and beyond, blood will spill. Part historical drama, part supernatural horror, and part alternate history, Blood Slaves is an ingenious and defiant new creation myth of the vampire, one rooted in both justice and the sometimes violent means necessary to achieve it. Okay. Ooh, interesting. All right, I like this concept quite a lot. I really hope we're not going into like the romantic vampire area. I don't think we will, but I do like that this is a period piece. I like this is going to be historical. I like that this is also kind of like historical drama with some supernatural in there. And I really like this different style of vampires that they're alluding to. So very excited for that. That sounds really fun. And then of course we do have the alternate just jacket. Oh, it's like different. Okay, so this is actually cool. So this one's like gold, and then this has like red foiling. So I don't think it's a misprint. I think it's intentional. Gold and red. That's cool. That's really cool. Okay, so let's go through the spoiler card. Okay, so we have, yes, a coffin pool float. Great. That's fun if you have a pool. I do not. That is useless to me. The Nightmare on Elm Street succulent planter. Okay, this is so teeny tiny. Like, I don't understand how this would hold a succulent at all. That's kind of like useless to me. It is cute though. The creepy toiletry bag. Sure, that's useful. That's practical. The Camilla room and linen spray. Yes, I do like that. The bloodthirsty sugar scrub. Like that. And the garlic dip, which I cannot use. We have a lot of items I cannot use in this box, which is not fun. And then of course we get the Knight's Prophets book. I can see that they did a huge redesign on the cover for this. It looks very different and a lot less gothic in the original cover. That's pretty cool. I do quite like this book. I think it's really pretty. And then of course we get Blood Slaves, which also has a significantly different cover. Not sure if you can see it in there, but I do quite like that. And it does come with an exclusive second just jacket, which I think is really fun. Okay, so next month for August we have a gorgeous exclusive folk horror with a stunning dust jacket, epic hardcover, beautiful stenciled edges, illustrated end pages, and it's signed by the author. Full boxes also include 2 items we've never done before in any box, a self-care item, a delicious snack, and much more. Fandoms include The Vivitch and Midsummer, along with more to be announced. Ooh, fun. Okay, I love the folk horror revolution that's happening, so I'm excited to see what that is. But let's talk about this box, because we have some items I cannot use. I really like that they did vampires. Apart from our Freddy succulent, which I don't understand this, they really leaned into vampires and the main book being vampires. We have the Carmilla spray. I will absolutely use this. And the body scrub, I will also use this. The garlic lovers is such like a funny nod for vampires. Unfortunately, I cannot have garlic, so that becomes useless to me. And then the coffin bath floaty, or whatever it is, pool floaty. That's all really on theme, and I appreciate that they are doing that. I just wish that things were a little bit more practical. I cannot use the pool floaty, cannot eat the garlic. That's not really their fault. And I really just do not understand how this works. I do think that all of the like bath products are all very practical and usable. That's great. And I do love that we got 2 books this time. I will say that Blood Slaves probably speaks to me a little bit more than the Night Prophets, but I think that might also be because I just don't think I quite grasp what this book is about, because it was so hard to read what this was about on the back. But it is a beautiful book. I've never heard of these authors before, so I will definitely be giving them a read. And I will hopefully be getting to some more Twisted Retreat books soon and getting some more reviews up for you all. Anyways, that is all that I have for today. As always, I try to post 2, sometimes 3 times a week. If you enjoy these videos, please hit the like and subscribe buttons down below, and I will catch you on the next one. Mwah.